Bryon, with the defense, you've been obviously talking about last season, but why is it keeping persistent as far as the problems?
Well, tonight, I felt, do you guys remember their first bucket? What was it?
Curry to Bogut, I think.
Exactly. Transition, layup. And watching it at halftime and talking to the players at halftime about it, to me, that was a lack of effort. Lack of effort. Getting back and forth, just getting back in transition. Our guys were jogging, showed it to them at halftime, wasn't very happy about it. And we can't win that way, period.
You had said after one of the previous defensive efforts you were disappointed with, you wanted to see if they could at least do some of the things that you're talking about before thinking about completely, starting over. Are you at that point?
I'm getting close.
Okay, a couple more of these close, or?
I'm getting close.
Given that, what do you tell the guys afterwards?
What did I tell them tonight?
Yeah.
I did most of my talking at halftime. Patience is running thin, and it has nothing to do with execution, on that end of the floor. I mean, you can only execute if you're going through it hard. If you're playing hard, if you're giving that energy and that effort every single time. And like I said, if you remember their first bucket, I think their first 8 points were layups. I could fix that, basically. And we'll start on Tuesday.
In terms of Kobe carrying the load on the offensive end, where do you start with getting the team more involved?
You know what? I'm not worried about the offensive end. I really am not. Don't even care about it right now.
In terms of that lack of effort you were talking about before, do you sense it's a matter of frustration on their part, not buying in, indifference? Where do you think it's coming from?
I don't know. It could be a little bit of all those things. It could be none of those things. It could be that, to me, effort's two things. You either want to do it or you can't do it, or you won't. It's really three. So I got to assume, when I see guys jogging, that you're tired. And if I assume that, then I got to make changes. It's that simple. I think we have some guys right now, because of some of the injuries that we have, that feel that they're almost most entitled because they got to play. Well, we're losing anyway, so I ain't got to play. And I have more patience probably than anybody. But I can't sit there and watch players that are not playing hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you can't, there's nobody in this league that's going to feel sorry for you, period. So you either got to, suck it up and start playing harder, or just sit over there with us.
Speaking of injuries, how?
All right, so Bryon obviously sending a message, and the patience is wearing thin, as he said, and he's very close to making lineup changes, James. But he was talking about he's not really caring about the offense. It's the effort and on defensive end.
Well, they scored 115 points. So normally when you score 115 points, you're thinking that you're going to get a W. But I think what Bryon's, looking at is the same thing we're looking at. Guys jogging back on transition defense. I think tonight they had 54 points in the paint, did Golden State, a lot of layups. They also shot 30 or 34 from the free throw line, so they're still fouling a lot. So fouling is a lack of effort, and that's what Bryon's looking at.
What's amazing to me? If you'd have told me the Lakers would have got out 99 shots tonight, you hear me, 99, and not win this game, I'd be like, what's going on? But that all boils down to execution, getting everybody involved. Bryon's sitting there talking about effort. Effort's not going to be there. I know if I was playing with Kobe right now and you're not sharing their basketball, my effort won't translate to the defensive end. And I think that's a lot of the problem right there, that guys don't feel involved on the offensive end, so they don't get back on D and they don't feel involved in the game. So he's got to find a way to make Kobe Bryant share that basketball and make them feel more like a team.
All right, guys, we got much more to come on Access Sportsnet Lakers. Coming up, more Lakers postgame.